Now, having said all of that as a prelude to what I'm going to say today, please, folks, please, 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 please don't have too high an expectation for this fellow Brown, and I'll tell you why. A, he's just a man. B, he's a politician and a very skilled one at that. He's been a state politician for 8 years, okay? Now, he's going to do things that you're not going to like. I can guarantee you're going to be extremely disappointed in Scott Brown. He may have said a lot of things during the campaign, just as Obama did. But look what Obama did. Obama ran to the center, and he's ruling from the left. So this fellow knew that he had to tap into the disquiet in Massachusetts. He ran to the right. I can guarantee you he's not going to rule from the right. And when I come back, I'm going to play a new piece of sound that we just got of a conversation between Scott Brown and Obama. Now, you're not going to hear the actual conversation. What you're going to hear is Republican Scott Brown telling you what happened on his phone call with President Obama. You're not gonna like it necessarily. You'll be here, I know it. So hang in there.
Savage.
All right, so I opened the show today by playing a statement from President Obama where he said, one thing I want to make clear is I don't want health care railroaded a la Pelosi and Reid. I want, Scott Brown to be seated right away, and let's vote on it. That's very interesting, very smart. It shows that he did learn from this, not to overplay his hand in this regard. I don't think Pelosi could learn anything, frankly. I don't think she could ever learn anything. I could just watch the woman's behavior. I think she's so out of touch with reality. She's so drunk in her own power that she will never learn. It's impossible. She's just a woman drunk on her power. And again, Lord Acton said it best when he said power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And this woman, Speaker of the House, is perhaps the best example of that adage that could ever be found. Now we go to Scott Brown. Many of you think he's the Messiah. Many of you are going to Obamaize him, and you're going to say he is to us what Obama was to the left. That's right. And if you start to think that way, you're going to be disappointed. Just as Obama has disappointed his left-wing base, I can guarantee you Scott Brown is going to disappoint the right-wing base. I can guarantee you he can't do what you think he's going to do. But you're going to Obamaize him anyway already. Many of you had a good night's sleep. You were able to breathe, without Dristan. Everything worked for you finally. You didn't need a male potency substance for the first time in a long time, etc. I mean, to be bold about it. But the fact of the matter is he's a man, he's a politician. If you watch Brotherhood on Showtime, many of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty graphic illustration of what politics really comes down to. It's buying and selling and buying and selling and selling and buying. So now listen to Scott Brown about his phone call with President Obama and tell me what you think. Clip one first.
He called. He was called right away, which I thanked him for. And we were talking, and he said, I look forward to meeting you and having an opportunity to work with you. And he said, I heard that you are open-minded and you're kind of an independent guy. And I said, well, Mr. President, I want to meet you, too. You have a wonderful family. I've always had great respect for your accomplishments. And, by the way, do you want me to bring the truck? I did say that, and he laughed. He says, well, when I came down there, I didn't, go at you too hard.
All right. Very nice so far. Very gentlemanly. Now the next one.
And I said, well, all kidding aside, I do have a basketball player daughter, and I know you play a lot of hoop, and I'd love to, you pick your best, and I'll take Ayler, and we'll play a 2-on-2. And he laughed again. I said, you know what, Mr. President, regardless of, we may not agree on some things, but you have a sense of humor, and you have to have a sense of humor about politics.
Now already, here it comes. We may not agree on some things. You catch that? That's not even day one. Many of you thought he disagreed with Obama on everything, that he was the Messiah. You thought he was the Obama of the right. He had an opportunity and he blew it. Did you hear what I just said? Scott Brown has already blown his chances to ignite America and to get them behind him. Don't you hear? I mean, I'm the first because many of you are kind of sighing with relief, but you didn't listen. You didn't actually hear the man or the politician. You didn't hear him at all. You just said, wow, he won and the world's safe now. The world's safe for democracy. No, what you had there was a milquetoast guy saying he had a milquetoast conversation with the president, and they can't wait to play some hoops together. What he should have done, in my opinion, was gotten up there with fire and brimstone. He didn't have to be hateful about it. He doesn't work for MSNBC. He could have been strong without being hateful. He's not a talk radio host. He doesn't work for television. He could have retained his dignity, and he could have been strong. And he could have said, I was elected. I am so glad that I talked with the president. I can't wait to meet him and tell him why we must defeat socialized medicine. I can't wait to tell him why in Massachusetts we've had such a terrible experience with illegal aliens, and he must not push forward legalizing illegal aliens. I can't wait to meet the president off the basketball court so I can say to him why cap and trade is not only foolish financially or economically, rather, but it is also based upon false science. And I can also say to the president, trying Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and other terrorists who killed so many in civilian court while persecuting so many military members such as Lieutenant Behenna is a travesty, and it's why America is angry at politicians. And so, therefore, I cannot wait to meet you, Mr. President. Now that, my friends, would have been cause to celebrate. That would have been hopeful. That would have given you change, the kind of change that you were looking for. But please, slow down. Slow down, take a deep breath. 8 years in the Massachusetts state political machine. Either watch Brotherhood or go watch The Departed, just to get a flavor of what we are talking about. A flavor, I said. I didn't imply he's corrupt in any way. He is a politician. If you really are serious, read Machiavelli, Prince Machiavelli. In either case, I'll be back momentarily to take your calls and give you my brilliant insights right here.